Yeah, welcome to my barber shop. This is where the magic happens.
Who are you?
My name is Ryan Rich. People call me the Lonely Barber. Based out of Los Angeles, California, and I own a full-scale mobile barber shop that does door-to-door services for elite and influential people throughout Los Angeles, as well as your average daily consumer on Abbot-Kinney. So the concept started during the pandemic. I was on a fly fishing trip at the Owens River off the 395, and I was in my little 4Runner. Some dude came flying past me in a fully built-out Sprinter van, and I said, wow, that's a cool van. I'm going to go chase that guy down and see if I can talk to him about his cool truck. And he's like, yeah, come over, have dinner or whatever. He's working on his computer. And I'm like, dude, I wish that I could do that, live full-time out of my van and travel and bring my work with me. But my job's fairly blue-collar and it's hands-on, so it's not really an option. And the guy doesn't even look up from his computer, just goes, put it in a van. And I was like, I gotta go. I'm running back to LA right now, dude. I'm out. And I don't think I've ever gotten down the 395 faster. Originally did the designs as far as floor plan, took that over to my buddy Duran at Van Speed Shop in Costa Mesa, California, and said, hey, this is kind of a fairly unique concept. It's not what you guys are typically doing, but I think you guys are the right ones to take on the challenge. And with a bit of convincing and a slight bit of apprehension on Duran's part, he finally agreed. And yeah, we brought this thing to life. So the van build, most of the exterior products are Aluminess, with the exception of the generator case, which is built on the Aluminess swing arm, but is a custom fabricated generator case. We've got the front push bar, we've got the roof rack, rear bumper, surf pull ladder, and surf hooks on the van, which all of them get utilized pretty heavily on a regular basis. As far as the brush guard goes in the front, keeping the brush off of us, roof rack to mount our solar and kind of lounge out while we're in between haircuts and just hang out on the street away. So when it came time to pick a partner to start to build out this van and this concept of what this van is going to be, how far we want to take it, the kind of accessories that we're going to need to actually be able to access these remote and wild places, I started to look through a lot of different brands and manufacturers out there that made similar types of accessories. And obviously with this high of an investment, quality really matters. And through that research just led me to the conclusion that these guys are the longest in the game. They've been doing it since the Econoline series of vans, everything from Sportsmobile to, you know, custom home builds. And the quality was there. The weld quality was there. The finish quality was there. It's U.S. made. Yeah, it is U.S. made, which is actually very important to me. You know, it's funny to say that on a German chassis, but like, it is an important thing. Anything that we can do to support our businesses here at home, especially in the manufacturing space, which is becoming significantly reduced, is important.
What do you do to make the inside like barber studio ready?
Barber chair, shampoo bowl, and that's really all you need. I mean, everything else is supplementary. As far as the stuff that you actually need to do the job of cutting hair, most of those things are clippers, scissors, combs, things of that nature. But as far as the interior of the van, really it's the water supply system for the shampoo bowl, the battery array to have energy, keep the tools running, and the barber chair itself, a comfortable place for the client to sit.
Yeah.
So not only is it a mobile barbershop, but I also actually use this as my adventure mobile. I get to go explore wild places in this thing and ultimately lay my head at night. I have a small cot-style bed. It unfolds and has a modified leg that fits nicely into the box above the wheel well, and throw a little foam mattress topper and a sleeping bag on top of that and call it a warm, cozy night. The chair stays in it. Yeah, okay. The chair is bolted through the frame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's straight through the frame, dude. They're like, how do you want to secure this thing? I'm like, well, what's the strongest part? And he's like, the frame. And I'm like, bolt it right through it, dude. He's like, you know that's technically frame damage. And I'm like, I don't care. Just bolt it through the frame. It's a 450-pound chair if that thing comes through the front. Yeah, if that thing was to dislodge at a stop sign, that will be in the news. It will be the end of the Lonely Barber. I will be dead. I think van life just is access to freedom, you know, in a state of comfort. You know, you can go out, get lost in the wilderness, have a vehicle that's agile enough to kind of still continually carry you to these destinations, while at the same time bringing some of the creature comforts that most conventional overland vehicles might not have. Obviously, hill climbs are kind of out of the question. It is still a barbershop. It's a functional business, you know, 5-6 days out of the week, sometimes even 7. So, you know, unfortunately, in my line of service now, even with the barbershops, it's like if it goes down, it's a significant portion of our revenue, like out of the truck. Yeah. So yeah, I think that the idea of van travel and van life has been around forever, but I think during the pandemic, people really were like, I'm gonna uproot what I've got going on. If I have to be locked inside somewhere, let me be locked in outdoors, essentially, you know, away from everybody, isolate. And so, yeah, I think a lot of people were inspired to go explore, good or bad. Yeah, I think, you know, in the future, we're just going to keep adventuring. I don't know where the business is going to go. I don't have any plans to build more of them. I don't have any plans to start to occupy other cities with them. As it stands, this is my little escape mobile that's just going to keep cruising, baby, keep rolling. While we're here, you want to take a little tour of the van, dude?
Let's do it.
Okay, sick. The van is a 2015 Mercedes Sprinter. This one is the inline 4, which is kind of unique for 2015 because it wasn't sold to the open market. It had to be bought in batch, and this one actually used to belong to the Teamsters. So got it with super low mileage, but yeah, it was bought in a fleet vehicle package. So we've got the Aluminess Baja front bumper. Brush guard just sort of keeps us from getting a bunch of sticks and twigs and stuff like that pushing up inside of the plastics of the radiator. KC lighting up top on the Aluminess roof rack with the Dometic awning. On this side, we've got the surf pole and the new ladder, which has these integrated hook spots, which has been super convenient because when I am running the surfboard on the side here, I can just go ahead and latch right onto this with some stretch it straps, and it'll just snug it down nice and tight to the vehicle. I love it. I really love it. And I love that I don't need to mount like other accessories to it in order to have it be functional. Like I don't have to put hard points. It just latches right in. Rear bumper, got to keep that armor. As you can tell, it has taken several impacts. Obviously there's no windows towards the back and the camera faces straight down, so having a little bit of extra armor on the back is really nice.
Yeah, this is the swing out bumper, correct?
This is the swing out bumper, yeah. So we've got the spare tire and trasheroo on the back. This one is actually made by Blue Ridge Overland Gears, significantly better than the trasheroo. Normally we would use a Aluminess box on the back of one of these trucks, but because of the dimensions of the generator and the amount of juice that we actually need to run all the systems concurrently, from air conditioning, hot water heater, power tools, as well as the occasional blow dryer, which is actually one of the most significant power suckers of all of the pieces of equipment that this thing uses. Had to get a bigger generator box, which is why this thing is not one that's open market. So Ryka wheels. Don't ask me the name of this one. I just know they look good. And shout out to the boys over at Ryka. Super awesome brand. Really, really happy with their quality, and they just make an amazing product. They're awesome people. Wrap that up in some BF Goodrich KO2s, and yeah, I've been really, really happy with it. I've run nothing but KO2s on this thing so far.
And so this van's two-wheel drive, so you definitely need some good tires.
We definitely need some good tires. Yeah, this thing is a 2x. We don't need the extra added lift for people struggling to get into an already tall van, especially when they want to just get a haircut. And its primary function isn't off-road and trails. So yeah, the four-wheel drive was a little bit over the top for this build. Okay, yeah, so rocking the Weekender roof rack. went with this roof rack option because of the modularity of it. When you order the roof rack, you can actually make your own custom specifications of what you need. And because I didn't have the foresight of where I was going to be mounting things and how much room I was going to need for an AC unit, it was a bit of a rush to order. They actually allowed me to kind of oversize the pocket where the air conditioner cutout is in the roof, which was really awesome. Tall enough to mount all of the solar accessories and keep them nestled nice and tight into the top, as well as get the Dometic awning really close into the side, which is great. It's got mounting points throughout the entire side of it, and just made things super easy. No drilling required. It came factory like that, and we had it on in about a half hour to 20 minutes. Yep. This is a van speed build, the Gucci builders out of Costa Mesa. Yeah, welcome to my barber shop. This is where the magic happens. So this is the inside. This is the van speed premium barbershop build right here, dude. I don't have the inverter on in the back right now, so I'm not going to throw this light on. Typically, you'd push this little button up, and a nice, cool, really bright light would come on. So you have a lot of lighting coming from the back while you're cutting hair. Good Sonos speaker, get some tunes going, hot towel machine, throw a little hot towel action on the neck. Cutting tools, which surprisingly all this stuff is magnetic and hangs on here really well. Can be swapped out for a cooktop if necessary, but right now it's cutting tools as well as my...
So wait, where's your camping stuff go?
It goes right inside of this cupboard, which is kind of tucked away behind the cooler with the trash can on it. Most people don't see that. It's extremely messy, so we won't show that on camera, but it has a cooktop in there as well as the rest of the necessary camping stuff. All right, so yeah, thanks for checking out my van. If you guys are in the Los Angeles area, definitely stop by in person. Not even to just get a haircut, just to come hang out. It is a barbershop, and we always welcome people stopping by and asking questions and just hanging out. So come check it.